Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna play a little more State of Decay today, I think. I'm not sure where we should head to exactly. I'm definitely not doing this sheriff mission, but we do want to get... We decided what, Yamina, right? It was gonna be our leader, because I think she's got... Traitor. Yeah, she's a traitor. So we'll probably... Gotta let her get healed up, and then we can send her out to get a little bit more what do they call it? Reputation there? Standing, yeah. That's what we're looking for. More standing. So in the meantime, while she's finishing healing, we did a pretty good job in the last episode of looting this area around our base, except for these houses over here. So maybe we'll start with just grabbing whatever's in those houses, and then we'll start kind of spreading out from there. See what kind of trouble we can get into. The nice part about this whole little like cul-de-sac here is you can just run back and forth with everything. It's also pretty easy to just spread the safe area as you go.
I have another task for you. Details forthcoming.
Alright. And of course, he's starting to get tired now.
All clear.
We're going to end up having to probably switch to the other guy, but that's alright. This guy's got a little plague infection we could work on getting rid of. The other guy is free and clear on that, I think, at least. Might as well just clean these guys up since the safe area is expanded this far now. We should be able to loot that house without too much trouble if we take these guys out. Although I think I hear a screamer. Okay, he's looking the other way. We'll get him. Don't need you calling any of your friends over here.
Man, I'm out of gas.
Yeah, you're getting pretty tired. We're gonna let you go to bed.
Hello, this is Lily Ritter from the network. As some of you know, I grew up in a place called Trumbull Valley. The valley has seen tough times like everywhere else, but it's bouncing back thanks to the strong folks who live there. If you're looking for a good place with good people, you should find your way to Trumbull Valley.
What's the chance that we'll ever make toothpaste in a tube again?
Probably pretty slim. Alright, so he's got a good gun for base defense. I wanted to check too, because I thought I taught somebody some skills. Like, didn't I teach somebody... Yeah, okay, so this guy knows mechanics now, so if we can get a level 2 workshop built, we'll be able to actually make auto repair kits. Alright, let's store his gun and grab this crossbow. Alright, we'll just finish looting this stuff over here now.
Yay.
I mean, you can not have too much gas, to be honest. It's definitely going to come in handy at some point.
This place is clean.
Sometimes I have to turn my flashlight off because my eyes don't want to, like, pick up the flashing containers with my flashlight's on. So I'll just, like, pop it off for a second so that I can just see
Someone
what's
must have
glowing.
beat us to the punch.
It was you. You beat yourself to the punch, actually.
I don't like the way this is going.
I mean, it is an apocalypse, you know. Maybe just try to look on the bright side. At least, you know, you guys are making do. Although your food stockpile is pretty low. I can see that being a cause for some concern. Where is that bloater? I think he's in there.
No sign of a threat. Occasionally, searching leads to finding.
If we could find a heavy weapon, I'd say we could try to go after one of the plague hearts, but I really want at least a heavy weapon. If that's the bloater I saw in there.
Bloater cloud.
Oh, crap.
I can't catch my breath.
We gotta try to get out this door, maybe?
We're getting real fucking hungry.
Bro,
real fucking
no! They're making this harder than it needs to be. They could have just let me use the door to take him out. Alright, now you're starting to upset me, guys. Or did you get him? Alright, they got him. Good, because you were making it very difficult for me to get him. If you just stayed out of my way, probably wouldn't have been an issue.
Well, well. What do we have in here?
There's an Xbox right there. We could take that. Alright, looks like we're gonna have to make another trip really quick. Oh my gosh. She's frustrated again. We gotta get the food stockpile raised. It's pretty bad. Can't exactly be upset that they're getting frustrated when they're very, very close to being out of food.
Newsflash, morale here sucks big time.
Still yet to find a single 8-slot backpack. Just figure maybe if I complain about it, that'll make the game give me one, you know? Might have worked if I hadn't drawn attention to it, now it probably won't. Ooh, craftsmanship textbook. That's pretty handy. At some point, we'll definitely need that. I think we have a cooking one, too, back at the base. But I think my priorities are probably getting medical training and... what's the other one that we really need? Oh, agriculture. Or gardening. Alright, we gotta make one more trip. There's still a whole other container to loot here, too.
I need a rest.
I don't think this community wants me around anymore.
Sure we do. You just, you know, are expecting a miracle here. I can't manifest food out of thin air. Gotta have some patience.
Project Osiris, dispatch. POTUS is code 3-4. Exfil en route.
Osiris, realign.
Copy that.
I also forget, like, I already checked the whole house, so now it's actually showing me where the last container is. Alright, so we'll actually wait to do the last house,
Time
and
to move on.
we're gonna go find some food to try to improve everyone's mood. Alright, so that clinic right there might have meds, which we do only have 5 meds, so we could use some of those too. I think the next place that might have food... Oh, there's that Tartan Mart right there. It is in the plague territory, which is definitely not convenient, but we might have to just kind of sneak in there and try to get some food, because I don't think there's anywhere that's not in plague territory that we can even try to get food right now.
I better keep an eye out for plague zombies.
That's inconvenient. That might not be the place to go, because we really don't need to be fighting on a juggernaut. Let's check and see if our allies have any food for sale.
So nice to see you.
I wouldn't mind some friendly help about now.
They do not. Okay. Bone saws. Water pump station.
I'm in trouble here. I could use a hand.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'll be there as soon as I can.
Let's go see if we can help this person. Let's grab these meds too if we can find them.
No sign of a threat. Well, not nothing.
It's probably going to be either this or one of the coolers. It's usually where they stash meds.
Occasionally, searching leads to finding. That's a lot to get.
Ooh, the sanitizer machine. That's huge because we have electricity, so we can install that on our infirmary, and it will help our people recover from partial plague infection faster. And there's some meds. Nice. I don't know if we have enough bag space to finish looting this place. I mean, we do have an outpost that's literally right there we can run over to. Let's do that. So we can come back and we can grab the last container here, and we'll also, there's a couple like utility boxes over there we can get some parts out of. Oh.
If you see a screamer, odds are a bloat is nearby.
You can't drop rucksacks off at your outpost. That's why I put that in the trunk, because you have to just kind of leave them in your vehicle and drop them off next time you're at the base. Oh, of course that is an entire horde headed right for the building I cleared out that I'm trying to loot. And let me just keep wasting arrows.
Here's a
too.
thought. I want to find allies in this town who will help us wipe out the blood plague. We can't alone.
Keep that mouth shut.
Now this is gonna get bad.
Can't catch my breath.
We better try to do some tactics here.
I'm fading fast.
Don't bite me.
Not done with that one yet.
Alright, those guys are probably far enough away we can just let them go.
Search complete.
Alright, hit these utility
That bloat
boxes.
is bad news.
Where? Oh, right there. He's laying down. He's taking a little nap. That's fine. Parts and electronic scraps from this, which the electronic scraps will come in handy for our upgrading our workshop once we build it. Alright, let's continue on to the water pump station. We did already loot that, so I'm not going to worry about unloading all this stuff yet. Way to scare the crap out of me there. I'm trying to do this without waking up a plague heart.
If folks around here really do care
Can
about
we-
me, then I suppose I should stay.
Let's just like go. Yep, I got you. Let's go.
Are you
Quick.
ready?
Before we wake up a plague heart.
Zombies incoming.
Yep. That's what happens during a zombie apocalypse.
They're coming in from multiple sides.
This isn't gonna be good.
Okay, so we need an infirmary.
There.
We can't stay safe if we're all sick or
Okay.
injured.
Get in the car.
It's a walk in the park.
Where are we going?
Hey,
Over there. Okay.
speed up some.
Oh no. I knew it. I just knew it. We weren't getting through that without waking up the plague heart. Well, now we're gonna have to figure out how to take that out. And of course there's another one right here, so we need to try to like drop her off without waking up yet another plague
Plague
heart.
territory is a
Or this
bad
is
place
really
to hang out
bad.
for too long.
Huh?
Well, that was an impressive shot. Alright, maybe it's just going to be better to just go around this side of the building. It's a shorter way around, and it looks like we're going to be having to work our way through enemies either way. Alright. Let's see here. Can we get in here now? I don't see anybody else.
Bye-bye now.
Home sweet home, right?
Glad you showed up when you did. If your people need anything, medicine, treatment, just let us know.
I need that rucksack of food right there. Thank you. That worked out. Let's see if we can grab another one while we're right here too, because I think there's a restaurant right there. Hopefully we can skirt past these two. Oh, there's a screamer. We missed. Is this still clear for the most part? I'm not going to take it on faith that that store is cleared out. We're going to sneak around in there because it's hard to say if there's... Doesn't look like there's any
Ran the
enemies,
clear
but...
for now, but it's not safe with a plague heart this close.
We're in plague territory, so it's like... With this not being the building that those those friendlies are actually in, I don't know if enemies will like spawn in here. It's hard to say.
Yay.
I love his enthusiasm. He's just like, yay, parts. Come on, they're not gonna give us any food. Oh, maybe this one still might have food.
Nothing left to find here.
Wow, that
The load
sucks.
is quite heavy.
Alright, we should probably head back toward the base, drop off the rucksack of meds and the one of food that we have, and then see... Or what am I looking for? This? No. This. Okay, Amina's still healing. We want to switch to her as soon as possible so we can start upping her standing to try to make her our leader. We have to make sure she's not frustrated, though, because their standing goes up slower if they're frustrated. So I think the plan should be, if we can take out this plague heart that we accidentally woke up, then... Apparently I need to pull forward a little to access the trunk. If we can take out the plague heart that we accidentally woke up, then we can head out after that and try to scout out where the rest of the plague hearts are. Just that way we can have an idea of what the map looks like. I'm sure plague territory covers pretty much everything other than where our base is, but it'd be nice to know for sure where it's at. Let's see, we gotta first find out where this plague heart is that we woke up. It's in one of these houses, probably. Let's grab... Let's see, what do we have? We have some energy drinks. We don't have any heavy weapons, which is really bad, because that's really, like, our only hope at this point, because we have 2 Molotovs. That's not even probably going to take it down one stage. Oh, let's install that. Sanitizing unit. Oh, I really need a heavy weapon of some kind.
We've got an issue over here. Can you come help us out?
Who is that? The doorbusters. They want plague samples.
I'll be there in no time.
That's these guys.
Hey, thanks.
I mean, if we're able to take out a plague heart, we'll have plenty of plague samples, but right now I only have 2, and I'm not giving any away until I have at least 5 so I can make a cure for my own people. So, thinking without a heavy weapon, our only option here is to basically take these energy drinks and these 2 Molotovs. And we're just gonna have to hope for the best. Which I hate. But, yeah. Don't really see much of an option here. Because that plague heart that we woke up is gonna start sending hordes out and infesting buildings and working its way toward our base, and then they're gonna set up siege points and start laying siege to us, and it's not gonna be good.
I better keep an eye out for plague zombies.
We're just gonna, like, basically draw close to these houses until we figure out... There it is. Let's see if that's the only one, or if there's, like, ones that are gonna wake up when we take that one out. Nothing there. Nothing there. I think if we take this plague heart out... Oh, there's one right there that's sleeping. That's probably within the range of the other one, too. Alright, so... Let's see here. There's a horde right next to that plague heart, too. I want to get somewhere safe I can look at my map really quick. I just want to see if that other plague heart is close enough to where it's definitely going to wake up when we destroy this other one. Nope, we weren't trying to get out. That was the wrong button. And it was a really bad place to make that mistake. Leave me alone. Why won't it let me jump over the fence right
I have
there?
to slow down.
Must be because it's sloped. Okay, so the threats, it says only the one plague heart, which means that it's not close enough that it's going to wake up the other one. The question becomes, can we possibly take it out without a heavy weapon or any kind of explosives? Because I just don't know about that. This just feels like it's probably going to go badly. Right? I mean, I don't possibly see how this can end well. Maybe we should... Maybe we should go loot a couple more locations and see if I can find a heavy weapon. Like, if I could find one fast before they start setting up siege sites, then it should not be bad. I'm not worried about having a couple infestations that'll just wither after we destroy the heart anyway. Besides, if I give Yamina a little bit of time and she's able to heal up, then if we take a play card out with her, that'll actually increase her standing by quite a bit.
Now this looks promising.
Yeah, well, hopefully it's promising in the way we're going to find a heavy weapon. Or some nice big explosives. Oh, come on. We were almost done looting that.
Well, not nothing.
There's probably not a heavy weapon in the nightstand, but, you know. That might have a weapon in it.
All right, this is good.
Ooh, a gardening textbook. That's huge. We're actually going to, like... Well, if we get back to the base alive, we're going to use that. This guy's just about tired out and needs to go to bed as well. Which is kind of crazy, actually, because we literally just switched to him.
No sign of a threat.
I think this might have a weapon in it. Or not. This might have more books. Or clothes. Guess that works too. Alright, we're not going to be able to fully loot this place. We'll have to make another trip back real quick.
Like they say, knowledge is power.
Alright, so when we get a garden built, we'll be able to... I think what that gardening textbook allows us to do is boost the food production more than you can without gardening. Alright. Well, at least we're using Yamina again, so we can be working toward getting enough standing to make her the leader. Got some seeds. Can always use seeds. Alright, one more container here.
I'm pretty sure I've searched everything here.
Another entire house looted without finding any heavy weapons. So there's that ratty old shed down there, which is got a lot of enemies around it, and then we're literally all we have left is just looting in plague territory, basically all over the map. So that's good. You would have hoped that we would have found at least one heavy weapon before we had to start looting plague territory. Nice, alright. See what we find in here, I guess. There we go. Look at that. The last building we were searching before having to loot plague territory, and we finally find a heavy weapon. About time. And an 8-slot backpack. Look at that. We should have looted this building first.
Sorry, can't carry that.
Alright, well, we'll just throw some stuff in the trunk real quick.
Please tell me you haven't forgotten what we talked about.
I hate to tell you guys, but I don't think that we're going to be getting your plague samples before you're sick of us, so you're probably just going to have to leave town. Alright. This sets us up pretty well here to be able to start going after the plague hearts. See, I typically like to destroy the plague hearts and then open up the areas before I move in to start looting so that I don't have to worry about, you know, being in plague territory and dealing with all of that while I'm trying to loot. So I think that we're probably going to leave it here for this episode, and then in the next one, now that we've got the heavy weapon, we'll be heading right down here. We'll get started with our war against the plague hearts here. Hopefully we'll even get the plague samples in time to run up and give some to these dangerous group of thieves that apparently want to be friends. So that's where we're going to start right off, and the next episode is going right after the plague heart. In fact, let's load up the stuff that she's going to be bringing. She's going to have that. Need 3 energy drinks. I guess all of the painkillers just to be safe. And even more snacks. We'll bring that, and we'll bring that. Box mine, sure. So that's all of our explosives, heavy weapons, plenty of energy items. So she's as ready as we possibly can be at this point. So we'll do that first thing in the next episode. But please like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in my next video.